Pathways to Wholeness podcast. I'm Michael Warmoth, and I thank you for joining us for this next episode of meditative teaching. Please note that these meditations were recorded in a tropical environment with the windows and doors open, so you will hear birds and other sounds in the background. Try not to let them distract you from the words. Okay, let's just settle in, relax, maybe take a few breaths and just listen to the music before the teaching starts. In this time of meditation, let us set our intention to be only concerned with the practice changing our state of awareness, our state of being, of returning to our natural state of expanded consciousness. Consciousness with no limits, no separation, completely open, free. That is the natural capacity of our consciousness. And the purpose of our practice is to return to that state. So let us devote ourselves to that practice. It is normal or not unexpected anyway. When we first sit down to our practice, there is much resistance changing our state because we are comfortable in it, even though it may not necessarily be pleasant or happy or full of joy. We are comfortable with it. It's what we know. It feels like changing our state means giving up safety and security. So let us, first of all, question ourselves. Are we willing to leave our comfort zone in order to return to a state where we will find peace and joy and love. Is that what we truly want in this moment? When we ask ourselves that, we may be surprised to find that no is stronger than yes. There is that within us which does not want to change, does not want to let go. But it is important that we are conscious of that choice. Most of us have experienced much frustration. Our attempts to surrender and let go. We feel like we're not getting anywhere, like we should have been a lot further along than we are, that we should be somehow able to change our state by now. But that is not realistic. That is the ego's idea. It has nothing to do with truth. There is no realistic basis for claiming that we should be anywhere than where we are right now. If we can accept that, if we can truly recognize that as true, then we can begin to change our mind, decide that we really do long for peace, really do long for connection, for love. We've become accustomed to listening to our fear. As soon as our fear says, don't do that, we do something else, believing somehow that our fear has access to the truth and is guiding us and protecting us. But that is not what is happening. Fear guides and protects the ego and the identity. The truth needs no protecting. The truth is never vulnerable to any kind of threat. Nothing can change, damage, or corrupt the truth. And so let us be clear. We don't want to be guided by fear anymore. Fear is a sign that our trust and faith are in control, and contraction, and dissociation. Our trust is in the dissociated intellectual mind that is disconnected from reality. And and has created this thing called the ego, the identity, be our source of truth. Now, we must choose to lay down that trust and faith and develop trust and faith and truth in our own intrinsic nature. What is the truth? It is the knowing and experiencing of our authentic self, the expanded consciousness of being one with the infinite, timeless consciousness that is the creator of everything, that is the source of creation. The truth is the end of duality and separation, the end of judgment, criticism, blame, guilt. It is the knowing of the perfection of this moment. To the ego, this sounds like insanity. Perfection, unity, do not seem possible or real. But be assured, there is that within you which knows this to be true, which has experienced this unity and perfection, because it is our nature. It is actively within us in every moment. It is our source. It is who we are and what we are. It is our authentic self. And so our practice is to make the decision that all we are interested in trusting is the truth. That we are willing to surrender our will, our identity, our concepts and beliefs, be available to the revealing of our authentic self. And so, in this moment, we decide, are we willing? Is what we want the truth? Are we willing to devote our awareness, our attention completely to accepting only what is true? we willing to affirm and acknowledge the truth? Are we willing to place all of our trust and faith in the truth? If you can, say yes to those questions. Yes, with your heart, a wholehearted yes. You will feel that your state begins to change as you relax into the truth. This is not an intellectual exercise. It is an energetic process. Your yes must be grounded. It must be full, complete willingness to hand yourself over to a greater truth, a greater self, to get out of the way, be an open channel, an empty page. There is nothing to bring to this process. Everything gets left behind. Nothing is lost except limitation, suffering, and struggle. And then we will know that the presence and the power of the infinite are alive within us. We can feel them. It is energy, it is presence, it is power, it is grace, and most of all, it is love. That is our destination. It is not an easy journey. There are bumps in the road, and hills and mountains and rivers to cross as we undo our conditioning and face our fear. But we don't have to do it alone. We have the infinite intelligence and wisdom of the universe available if we are willing to be guided. We will be. If we are willing to allow for miracles, they will come. This is the moment we say yes and open ourselves to a new way of being. Thank you for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you'd like more information on these meditations and teachings, visit pathwaystosurrender.com. You might be interested in our other podcast, Pathways to Surrender. These are guided meditations designed to support you in letting go of whatever tensions or false ideas you might be holding about how things really are, and reaching a state of peace and surrender. That's Pathways to Surrender. Look for the next episode soon. We're uploading them every couple of days. See you next time.